Sadiq Khan has become a real-life meme. He's suggested we ban cars to keep Londoners safe. So yesterday, I'm sure you obviously know, there was a potential terror attack in London. We're not sure what really happened yet. At the time of writing this and the time of airing this, we know that it's being treated as a terrorist attack so the police can investigate fully and find out whether it was a terrorist attack or not. And I believe under English law, current English law anyway, that it's a terrorist attack if they find that it's ideologically or religiously motivated. So that's the question. Is it motivated by religion or ideology? But regardless of whether this was motivated as a religious terrorist attack or not, and there are some reasons to believe, by the way, that this isn't a religiously motivated terrorist attack. I did a show about this today in my other show. If you check that out, you'll see what I mean. But it is true to say that there is a problem with this kind of attack happening in London in the first place. We've seen multiple attacks of this kind in London before, and across Europe. It's happening all the time. Notably in England, we had the Westminster Bridge and the London Bridge attacks. And that's why we see these huge Allahu Akbar barriers, as I like to call them, all over the city that separate the road and the pavement so the cars can't get up, and which block people on the pavement so that the cars can't get through. And it's hideous, isn't it? It's hideous. But people, regardless of the fact that these barriers were there, outside of Westminster when this attack happened yesterday, people still got hurt. So Sadiq Khan has come up with a great idea. Allahu Akbar barriers aren't working, so now it's time to ban cars. Seriously, so take a look at this video of Sadiq Khan on Good Morning Britain.
One of the things we're doing, City Hall, working with the Palace and the local council and the experts, is to see if there can be permanent plans in place to part pedestrianise that part of Parliament Square. I think it's important to make sure people can have access to parliamentarians. We don't want to have a closed democracy where you can't meet your MP, you can't lobby a parliamentarian, but we've got to recognise that just like the terrorists and the bad guys are evolving, finding new ways to harm us, to kill, injure, maim, disrupt our way of life, we've got to find new ways to keep ourselves safe.
And there you have it. He said it himself. This is the new way to keep people safe in London. How long, by the way, have we been talking about banning cars and banning vans as a meme online? And now Sadiq Khan has become a real-life meme suggesting it himself, and he's serious. This is the way to keep people safe in London, he says. But wouldn't the obvious and better solution be to tackle terror at its root cause? Sadiq Khan has spoken out about the potential terrorist attack that happened in Westminster yesterday, and he's suggesting the way to keep Londoners safe from now on is to start banning cars. Seriously, he wants to ban cars from Parliament Square. Now, whatever this turns out to be, terrorist attack or not, Sadiq Khan is fundamentally wrong on this one because Britain's being surrounded by concrete blocks, Allahu Akbar barriers or diversity barriers, whatever you want to call them. I was visiting the Tower of London last weekend. Really amazing thing to go and see as a British person, seeing this amount of history in our own city, our own capital city. And I was shocked to see that surrounding the Tower of London, we've got these Allahu Akbar barriers all over the place, and even on Tower Bridge, the famous Tower Bridge. You've got barriers on the pavement that you have to walk through, and you've got barriers at the side of the pavement with bus stops closed to stop the cars mounting the pavement and killing people. Now, our history is being barricaded by big black metal and concrete blocks. Do you feel any safer? Because I don't. And would you feel safer if cars were banned? Imagine if cars were banned from Parliament Square, really. Would you honestly feel much safer? Because I feel like at this rate, we're kind of just egging the terrorists on in some kind of sick game. It's like a game of cat and mouse. You attack us here and we'll put up defences and see if you can get us next time. It's sick, but that seems to be what's happening. You know, we install these diversity barriers and then they just come up with new ways to attack us. And if what happened yesterday does turn out to be a terrorist attack, or even if it doesn't, it shows the fact that these diversity barriers don't work in the first place because people still got hurt. Now, we can ban cars from Parliament Square and, you know, suddenly there'll be bigger crowds of tourists than ever before, don't you think? If there's no roads, if there's no cars in Parliament Square, there's more room for tourists. And call me sick-minded here, but is it not true that these people just become sitting ducks for motivated terrorists? Is that not true? Let's be honest. This game of cat and mouse going on, now we're going to create an even bigger target in Parliament Square by banning cars. Here's the thing, Sadiq Khan is wrong on this and Trump is right on this. The only way we're going to solve this problem, the only way we'll ever solve terrorist attacks is by tackling the root cause head on and not dealing with secondary issues and banning cars. If you want to see more from me and the rest of the Rebel team, remember to like and subscribe.